Good morning, everyone. Thank everybody for being here at our March 8th, 2022 Madison County Fiscal Court meeting. At this time, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Clerk Barger, if you will, please call the roll.
Master Robinson. Here. Master Barger.
Here.
Master Tudor.
Here.
Master Botkin.
Present.
Judge Taylor.
Here. At this time, I'd like to invite Tim Lawson from River of Life Foursquare Church up to lead us in a word of prayer. Thank you so much, Tim, for being here.
Would you pray with me this morning? Father, thank you this morning that we woke up in relative peace and harmony, and that can't be said about other parts of the world, particularly in Ukraine. And God, this morning we just ask that you bring a quick resolution to that conflict, and that you'd bring peace like we have enjoyed this morning as we got out of bed and made our plans for the day. God, thank you for every leader in this room that is here to serve the public and is here to serve the interests of our city and our county. And I pray in the name of Jesus today that there be great grace on them. Your word tells us to pray for those in authority, that you could lead peaceful lives. And so we pray for every leader in this room that they would have great wisdom and a great amount of grace from your throne as they are making decisions and discussion today. And I just ask that your presence would rest on this meeting, and we ask it in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Sheriff, if you will, lead us in the pledge.
Everyone, will please stand and face our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Thanks, Sheriff. Court members, y'all have had a chance to look over our previous court meeting minutes. That was our February the 22nd, 2022 fiscal court meeting. I need a motion and a second to approve.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Robinson.
Yes.
Master Barger.
Yes.
Master Tudor.
Yes.
Master Botkin.
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Treasurer's report will be at our next fiscal court meeting. We always do that on our fourth Tuesday. First on the agenda today is a proclamation bringing awareness to hunger, not only here in Madison County, but in our Commonwealth and then across the United States. Whereas no person in Madison County, Kentucky, should have to go hungry, and whereas 13.8 million American households, including 2.9 million with children, are consistently unable to get enough food to eat, according to the USDA's report on household food insecurity. And whereas hunger has adverse consequences for all Americans, in particular children and mothers, and whereas hunger impedes growth and development, and whereas hunger is a significant predictor of adverse health conditions, and whereas God's Outreach Community Food Bank, Richmond Food Bank at New Liberty Family Shelter, Home Meals Delivery, and Salvation Army of Madison County work daily to stamp out hunger in our community. And whereas local businesses, area churches and schools, Eastern Kentucky University faculty, staff and students, and local potters unite each year to donate various talents and resources to raise hunger awareness through the Madison County Empty Bowls Project. Now therefore, I, Reagan Taylor, Madison County Judge Executive, and the Madison County Fiscal Court do hereby proclaim the month of March 2022 as Madison County Hunger Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to support efforts to end hunger in the County of Madison, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the United States of America, and the world. Thank you all so much for being here. Pat and Karen and Laura are here with us. Would y'all like to come up and say a few words about our Empty Bowls project, and then maybe tell the court your affiliation? You can go to that mic right there. It'd be perfect.
Of course, you know, for 2 years we have not been able to have the Empty Bowls project, but this year it will be Friday, March 25th. It is hosted at First Baptist Church on the Eastern Bypass. This year it will be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is a minimum donation of $12. You get to, what we're doing this year is you will come through one door. It will be a mask event. you will pick out your pottery bowl, and we want to especially thank the EKU potters this year. They said we're gonna have 500 to 600 bowls to choose
Wow.
from, so there'll be a lot to choose from. And instead of a social event like we usually do where you come and sit and eat, we will have the vegetable soup in our to-go bowls. To-go meaning Wendy's has donated their chili bowls, and Chick-fil-A has donated bowls that you can take your soup to go. It will be cold, so you'll go home and go back to work and heat it up, and you'll still have soup, and we will have quart and pint jars for sale too. So you can take it to a shut-in or take home for supper that night if you want to, some more of the vegetable soup. So like I say, it is Friday, March 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if any of y'all want to come and volunteer, we will have places for people to come and greet or wrap the bowls that they've chosen and for the soup to go, and then exit out the other door. So we just welcome everybody to come that day and support these 4 proceeds for the God's Outreach, New Liberty Shelter, Home Meals Delivery, and Salvation Army. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen, Pat, would y'all?
Well, I'd like to just reiterate what she said, that it is a worthy project, and we hope everyone in the county will support it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm already signed up, and one of my bowls from previous year, I ate out of it last night, some vegetable soup. So if y'all will come up.
Okay. We couldn't get no picture if he wasn't here. Yeah, that's right.
All right, next on our agenda is our second reading of ordinance 2022-02. This is a road department budget amendment. Good morning, Glenna.
Good morning. An ordinance relating to the budget amendment of the Madison County Road Department budget. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court is responsible for the administration of the county budget, and whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court has realized unbudgeted receipts, and whereas the county treasurer has reviewed the budget to ensure sound financial practices. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of the County of Madison, Commonwealth of Kentucky, the road department budget be amended by $160,982. This ordinance shall become effective on the date of the second reading and adoption.
Thank you, Glenna. Do I have a motion and a second for second reading of ordinance 2022-02?
So move.
I have a motion, I have a second. Do we have any discussion? Just for the court's knowledge, this is our discretionary funds that we received from the State Transportation Cabinet. So, seeing no discussion at this time, do we have any public comment? This is a second reading, so we've advertised appropriately by KRS, and at this time will be public comment if there is any. All right, seeing none, seeing no more discussion from the court, call the roll.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Botkin.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Yes. Master Barger,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Next, first reading of ordinance 2022-03. This is a federal grants fund budget amendment. Glenna?
Yes, this is a CDBG grant for $1 million that is for the God's Outreach Distribution Center. An ordinance relating to the budget amendment of the Madison County Federal Grants Fund budget, whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court is responsible for the administration of the county budget, and whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court has realized unbudgeted receipts, and whereas the county treasurer has reviewed the budget to ensure sound financial practices, now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of the County of Madison, Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Federal Grants Fund budget be amended by $1 million. This ordinance shall become effective on the date of the second reading and adoption. And this is the first reading.
Thank you, Glenna. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the first reading of ordinance 2022-03?
So, second.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
Judge, is this the grant that the governor presented
Yes.
today? Build the
Distribution
center
center.
out on 4 Mile.
Yep. Yep. And that's what the majority of our court is about today, is that grant, so. Any other discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Buckin,
Yes.
Master Robinson. Yes. Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. For any citizen that would like to make a public comment, please feel free to email the comment to comments@madisoncountyky.us. A copy of this ordinance will be available on our website at www.madisoncountyky.us under the Transparency tab. We will advertise this appropriately for the second reading. And anybody that wants to make public comment can come to that next fiscal court meeting or do it online, as I just said. Next, Resolution 2022-28. This is our 80/20 Bridge Funds project on Barker Lane East. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning. Madison County Fiscal Court, Madison County, Kentucky, Resolution 2022-28. A resolution adopting and approving the execution of a rural secondary program agreement between the Madison County Fiscal Court, herein referred to as the county, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Department of Rural and Municipal Aid, hereinto referred as the department, and accepting all roads and streets referred therein as being a part of the county road system. Whereas it would be to the benefit of the traveling public to replace a drainage structure on Barker Lane East, CR 1183, otherwise detailed in CB01 Bridge Funds Agreement, which shall hereinafter be referred to as the project. And whereas the county has expressed its desire to perform the work for the aforementioned project and to be responsible for all phases of the project, and whereas the Transportation Cabinet shall be responsible for providing and agrees to reimburse up to the amount of 80% of the rural secondary project cost, but in no case to exceed $42,963 for the above-mentioned project. In no event shall the county not be responsible for 20% of the cost. Now therefore it be resolved by the Madison County Fiscal Court that the Fiscal Court does hereby certify that all roads and streets referred to in said agreement are county roads as defined in KRS 178.010(1)B, and the Fiscal Court does hereby ratify and adopt all statements, representations, warranties, covenants, and agreements contained in said agreement, and does hereby accept said agreement, and by such acceptance agrees to all terms and conditions therein stated, which is attached hereto this resolution, and the Madison County Judge Executive is hereby authorized and directed to sign said agreement as set forth on behalf of the Madison County Fiscal Court, and the Madison County Clerk is hereby authorized to direct to certify thereto.
Thanks, Scott. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-28?
Second.
Have a motion, I have a second. Do we have any discussion?
Scott, is this the bridge that's right down off of 1016 there by Mike Neal's property?
It is. This is the bridge that I was contacted about that was in such bad condition.
Yeah.
I inspected the bridge. It is in dire need of replacement. The embankments on the bridge are still good, so we come up with an idea of just to do a top replacement, much like we done on Possum Kingdom. And we've got some rough estimates together, and the best we can tell, we'll be able to do this entire job for about $53,700.
Good.
Scott, talk about your inspection too, to make sure the community feels safe about traveling over the bridge. You did determine that the beams on the outer edges were,
Yeah, I was sent pictures, of the outer beams of the bridge, and they had rusted completely in two. But those beams are only facial beams. That is what was partially used to form up the concrete. They are all the way entirely in two. But all of the beams under the bridge, they do have significant rust, but they are intact and they are fine to drive on. We've done a thorough inspection of it, and we think the bridge will be fine to leave open until we get this replacement done.
So Judge, this is a very good example where that magistrates work between districts. Mike Neal's an old friend of mine, and he contacted me about the bridge, and we've got some pictures of it. He actually sent pictures. And I sent them on to Ben and to Scott, and so here we are today with that, so.
Yep, it's good. Thank you, Scott. Any other comments or questions? All right, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Robinson? Yes. Master Barger?
Yes.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Buckin?
Yes.
Judge Taylor?
Yes. Thanks, Scott. All right, next, Resolution 2022-29. This is God's Outreach Project, CDBG cost overruns. Glenna.
A resolution for the Madison County Fiscal Court to bear any cost overruns on the Madison County God's Outreach Project. Whereas it is deemed to be in the public interest that the Madison County Fiscal Court is currently involved in securing Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, funds for the Madison County God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant, number 20C174. And whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court is mindful that the cost of the project may be greater than the amount of any Community Development Block Grant funding. And whereas it is necessary for the Madison County Fiscal Court to pass a resolution affirming any cost overruns on the Madison County God's Outreach Project will be borne by the Madison County Fiscal Court. And whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court will enter into a legally binding agreement with God's Outreach Madison County Food Bank, in which the nonprofit agrees to absorb all additional costs for the above referenced project. Now therefore be it resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Thank you, Glenna. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-29?
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
Judge, on most projects we always see costs being a little bit more than estimated, and this just kind of clarifies who will be responsible for the extra cost in the
That's right.
project.
Mhm. Yeah, the subrecipient, of course, on down here in a minute, there'll be another. It's the agreement between us and the subrecipient, which is God's Outreach, so kind of specifies a little bit more in detail. Any other comments? All right, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Barger?
Yes.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Buckin?
Yes.
Master Robinson?
Yes.
Judge Taylor?
Yes. All right, next, Resolution 2022-30, God's Outreach Madison County Food Bank legally binding agreement. Glenna.
A resolution for the Madison County Fiscal Court to enter into a legally binding agreement between the Madison County Fiscal Court and God's Outreach Madison County Food Bank. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court wishes to enter into a legally binding agreement with God's Outreach Madison County Food Bank for the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant, number 20C-174. Whereas the nonprofit will be responsible for all cost overruns for the above referenced project as stated in the legally binding agreement, which is attached hereto this resolution. Whereas it is necessary under the regulations is promulgated by the Commonwealth of Kentucky that the Madison County Fiscal Court approve the legally binding agreement for undertaking the Madison County God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant. Now therefore be it resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve the terms of the legally binding agreement and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Thank you, Glenna. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-30?
Make a motion to approve Resolution 2022-30. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Buckin,
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Thank you, Glenna. Are you still up?
I'm still got one more.
All right. Next, Resolution 2022-31. This is God's Outreach Project CDBG Procurement Code.
This is a resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court relating to the Kentucky Community Development Block Grant procurement code for the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant. Whereas it is necessary under the regulations is promulgated by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Madison County Fiscal Court confirms use of the KCDBG procurement code for undertaking the Madison County God's Outreach Project CDBG number 20C-174. And whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court approves the terms of the KCDBG procurement code, which is attached hereto this resolution. Now therefore be it resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-31?
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Buckin,
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Next is Resolution 2022-32. This is God's Outreach Project CDBG Fair Housing. And we have Logan Hart, and I also want to recognize Bob Casher, both from the Bluegrass Air Development District. And they actually are our, I guess, grant writer for they're our administrator of this grant, partnering with God's Outreach and the Madison County Fiscal Court. So thank you both for being here. Appreciate your involvement in this project.
Thanks, Judge. So a resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court relating to fair housing for the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant. Whereas discrimination in the sale, rental, leasing, financing of housing or land to be used for the construction of housing or in the provision of brokerage services because of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin is prohibited by Title 8 of the 1968 Civil Rights Act, Federal Fair Housing Law, and whereas it is the policy of the Madison County Fiscal Court to implement programs to ensure equal opportunity in housing for all persons regardless of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. The Fair Housing Amendments Act of 1988 expanded coverage to include disabled persons and families with children, and HUD 2012 regulations expanded coverage to sexual orientation or gender identity. And whereas within available resources, the county will assist all persons who feel they have been discriminated against because of race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, national origin, disability, or familial status to seek equity under federal and state laws by filing a complaint with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity, Compliance Division. Now therefore be it resolved that the county shall publicize this resolution, and through this publicity shall encourage owners of real estate, developers, and builders to become aware of their respective responsibilities and rights under the federal fair housing law and amendments and any applicable state or local laws or ordinances. Said program will at a minimum include printing and publicizing of this policy and other applicable fair housing information through local media and community contacts, distribution of posters, flyers, and any other means that will bring attention of those affected, the knowledge of their respective responsibilities and rights concerning equal opportunity in housing, and prepare an analysis of impediments to fair housing choice and actions to mitigate such impediments. Be it further resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Thank you, Logan. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-32?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Buckin,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Next, Resolution 2022-33. This is God's Outreach Project CDBG Title VI.
A resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court relating to Title VI for the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court has been awarded funding for a community development block grant for the God's Outreach Project, and whereas the terms and conditions of the Community Development Block Grant Program require the grantee to comply with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court hereby adopts the State of Kentucky Title VI Implementation Plan provided by the Department of Local Government dated May 30th, 2014. Now therefore be it resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the Judge Executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
All right, do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-33?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Parker?
Yes.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Botkin?
Yes.
Master Robinson?
Yes.
Judge Taylor?
Yes. Next, Resolution 2022-34. This is God's Outreach Project CDBG Drug-Free Workplace Policy.
A resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court relating to certification of a drug-free workplace policy for county employees and officials. Whereas it is necessary under the regulations as promulgated by the Commonwealth of Kentucky that the Madison County Fiscal Court approve the certification of a drug-free workplace policy for county employees and officials for undertaking the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant. Now therefore be it resolved this 8th day of March 2022 by the Madison County Fiscal Court that employees are not to unlawfully manufacture, distribute, dispense, have possession of, use illegal drugs or alcohol on the job, or report under the influence of illegal drugs or alcohol. Employees are not to report to work under the influence of legal drugs or medications that might impair job performance without notifying their respective supervisor. It is the county's intent to maintain a drug-free workplace so that all employees have a safe and productive work environment. Any employee violating this policy will be disciplined according to existing or subsequent statutes or personnel policies. Procedures. The above policy statement will be distributed to all county employees. They must provide written acknowledgement of receipt. In addition, the county will distribute and maintain posters including the county's drug-free workplace policy throughout all county departments and offices. The county will conduct a drug and alcohol awareness program on a periodic basis. B. All employees are to notify their supervisor or department head of any drug convictions within 5 working days after the conviction. Failure of any employee to notify their supervisor or department head of such convictions is cause for disciplinary action. Notification of such convictions are to be immediately communicated by supervisors and department heads to the Madison County Judge Executive. C. All supervisors or department heads are responsible for enforcing this policy. If sufficient cause exists to suspect an employee of violating this policy, the supervisor or department head is to report such conduct to the Madison County Judge Executive. Once reported to the Madison County Judge Executive, arrangements will be made for appropriate testing by competent medical authorities. Failure to participate in the prescribed drug testing and/or evidence of behavior contrary to this policy are causes for disciplinary action under existing or subsequent state statutes or county personnel policies. D. Employees reporting to work on medication prescribed by physician which might impair job performance are to immediately notify their respective supervisors and/or department heads of such. The employee shall indicate via doctor's notes how the medication will affect the job performance. Appropriate steps should be taken by supervisors to alleviate any hazards that might result from an employee working while taking such medication. Be it further resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the Judge Executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Motion to approve resolution 2022-34, Judge.
Second.
Thank you all. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? One good thing about this one is we already do this, so this one's not a hard one to comply with. No discussion, call the roll.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Botkin?
Yes.
Master Robinson?
Yes.
Master Parker?
Yes.
Judge Taylor?
Yes. Resolution 2022-35, this is God's Outreach Project CDBG Residential Anti-Displacement and Relocation Assistance Program.
A resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court for the certification of Madison County, Kentucky relating to an anti-displacement and relocation assistance plan as required under Section 104D of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended regarding HUD Community Development Block Grants. Whereas the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 Section 104D as amended requires the Madison County Fiscal Court to replace all occupied and vacant occupiable low to moderate income dwelling units demolished or converted to a use other than low to moderate income housing as a direct result of activities assisted with funds provided under the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended as described in 24 CFR 570.488 AC1, and whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court has been awarded funding for the God's Outreach Project Community Development Block Grant, now therefore be it resolved this 8th day of March 2022 by the Madison County Fiscal Court certifies that all replacement housing will be provided within 3 years of the commencement of the demolition or rehabilitation related to conversion before obligating or expending funds that will directly result in such demolition or conversion. The Madison County Fiscal Court will make public and submit to the Department for Local Government the following information in writing. 1. A description of the proposed assisted activity. 2. The general location on a map and approximate number of dwelling units by size, number of bedrooms that will be demolished or converted to a use other than as low to moderate income dwelling units as a direct result of the assisted activity. 3. A time schedule for the commencement and completion of the demolition or conversion. 4. The general location on a map and approximate number of dwelling units by size, number of bedrooms that will be provided as replacement dwelling units. 5. The source of funding and a time schedule for the provision of replacement dwelling units. And 6. The basis for concluding that each replacement dwelling unit will remain a low to moderate income dwelling unit for at least 10 years from the date of initial occupancy. The Madison County Fiscal Court will provide relocation assistance as described in 50.488 AC1 to each low to moderate income household displaced by the demolition of housing or by the conversion of a low to moderate income dwelling to another use as a direct result of assisted activities. Consistent with the goals and objectives of activities assisted under the Act, the Madison County Fiscal Court will take the following steps to minimize the displacement of persons from their home. 1. Encourage further utilization of federal housing programs carefully directed to local needs. 2. Encourage the establishment of workable machinery for housing programs, implementing and monitoring. 3. Encourage the minimization of displacement by linking economic development and housing needs. 4. Encourage the adoption of housing codes and ordinances within the county's jurisdiction. 5. Will work closely with housing referral agencies to assist potential displaced in locating safe, decent, and sanitary replacement housing. 6. Encourage financial linkages to foster minimization of displacement. Be it further resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the Judge Executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Thank you, Logan. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-35?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Does this property involve any relocation of people, Judge?
No.
Vacant lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Call the roll.
Master Buchan,
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Next, Resolution 2022-36. This is God's Outreach Project CDBG, Section 504 Grievance Procedures Agreement.
A resolution for Madison County Fiscal Court to approve the grievance procedures for complaints relating to suspected allegations of discrimination on the basis of handicap status in Madison County, Kentucky. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court County has been awarded funding for a community development block grant for the God's Outreach Project CDBG, and whereas as the recipient of CDBG funds, the county is required to comply with Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, 24 CFR Part 8. Now therefore be it resolved by the Madison County Fiscal Court to undertake the following. 1. Any person, employee, or citizen who believes that he or she has been subjected to discrimination as prohibited by Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973 and pursuant to regulations at 24 CFR Part 8 published in the Federal Register on June 2, 1988, may personally or by a representative file a complaint with the Judge Executive, Madison County, Kentucky. A person who has not personally been subjected to discrimination may also file a complaint. And 2, when any person, employee, citizen, or applicant who believes he or she has been adversely affected by an act or decision by the Madison County Fiscal Court, Kentucky, and that such act or decision was based on handicap status, he or she will have the right to process a complaint or grievance in accordance with the following procedures. A. Step 1. An aggrieved person must submit a written statement to the judge executive setting forth the nature of the discrimination alleged and facts upon which the allegation is based. B. Step 2. The judge executive shall contact the complainant no later than 15 days after receiving the written statement to establish an informal meeting with the objective of resolving the matter informally. However, in no case shall the informal meeting be conducted sooner than 5 days or more than 45 days after receiving the written statement. There shall be a prepared written documentary of the discussions at the informal meeting, which shall be preserved in the records of the Madison County Fiscal Court, Kentucky. Step 3. Within 15 days of the informal meeting, if no decision has been made by the judge executive or the decision of the judge executive does not satisfy the complainant, he or she may request a hearing with the Madison County Fiscal Court by submitting a written request to the judge executive. Step 4. In thus discussing the grievance, the complainant may designate any person of his or her choice to appear with him or her and participate in the discussion. The Madison County Fiscal Court shall require the judge executive to participate in the discussion of the grievance when it is brought before the fiscal court. The Madison County Fiscal Court shall issue a written decision on the matter within 15 days, and the decision shall be the final procedure for the complainant at the local level. There shall be prepared a written documentary of the decision at the hearing, which shall be preserved in the records of the Madison County Fiscal Court, Kentucky. Be it further resolved that the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Thank you, Logan. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-36?
Make a motion to approve Resolution 2022-36.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Robinson?
Yes.
Master Berger?
Yes.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Buckin?
Yes.
Judge Taylor?
Yes. Logan, thank you. Go get you a drink of water.
Thanks, Judge.
Resolution 2022-37, Madison County Detention Center Prisoner Housing Contract. A resolution approving a contract between Madison County Fiscal Court and Knox County Fiscal Court to house adult Madison County prisoners at the Knox County Detention Center in Knox County, Kentucky. Whereas during necessary times, the Madison County Fiscal Court requires the use of other detention centers to provide temporary housing to adult Madison County prisoners. And whereas Jailer Steve Tussey wishes to enter into a contract with Knox County Fiscal Court at a rate of $35 per day for each Madison County prisoner housed at the Knox County Detention Center. And whereas the duration of this agreement shall be for a period of 1 year from the date signed, with an automatic renewals every year following, or until terminated by a participating party upon written notice. And whereas in the event of termination of this agreement, Madison County will have up to 60 days from the date of the written termination in which to remove its inmates from Knox County Detention Center. Now therefore be it resolved that the fiscal court does hereby approve to enter into the contract and authorizes the judge executive to execute same on behalf of the county.
Motion to approve Resolution 2022-37, Judge.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
I got a quick question, Judge.
Sure.
So how many of these agreements do we have with other counties? What does this make? Knox County makes number how many total?
Man, I'd be guessing, but I'm gonna say, is it that many? Okay, I'm not sure, Ben.
Okay.
And I have to say that contracts kind of are somewhat new too. We haven't always, since we've been here and we've had to house inmates in other places, you've had a contract with another county.
Right.
So I know we have one with Leslie County. I know we have one obviously here with Knox,
Casey County.
Casey County. I think we do have one with Laurel.
Yeah.
But I can get you that information. That won't be hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. If possible, the total number of these we have and the number that are active, that we're actively using.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Sure.
Well, that depends on availability in that jail, Ben.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
But the contract would still be active. I mean,
Right.
even if we don't have anybody there or not. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right now we have probably 140 to 150 out in other counties. Now I don't know exactly where each one of, how many's in each county.
Right.
But we can get you that information and get it emailed to you.
Perfect.
That won't
Thank
be
you.
a problem at all.
In the last few courts, that's been about 3 or 4 different ones.
Yes.
different jail.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Last month, it was $112,000.
Yeah, it's been averaging, I mean, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And our prices, I think, range anywhere from $28, $28 all the way to $75. I think Fayette County $75. Of course, we don't put anybody in Fayette County. I mean, we have in the past because there was nowhere else. Full. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know we have one with them from way back in 2020, but I don't think we've seen anybody there anymore. But at one time, it's the only place we had.
Yeah.
That's Fulton County, isn't it?
I think it was Fulton County.
Yeah.
I was thinking too. I didn't say it because I wasn't sure, but I think
Well, we'll get that list and get that breakdown of how many we do have contracts with, and then also if we don't even have a contract with them, we'll put that on the list so you'll know that we're sending people there.
still put on there what they're charging.
Mhm.
We get it in. The jail puts an invoice and checks it every month, and then they put it in to be paid.
Okay, and you may want to send it to all of us because,
Yeah.
you know, not just me. I think maybe, you know, other magistrates would like to kind of see that as well.
Yep. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Bucking.
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Thank you all. Good discussion. Resolution 2022-38, Fiscal Court Meeting Adjustment. A resolution of the Madison County Fiscal Court approving a request to cancel a regularly scheduled meeting while replacing it with a special called fiscal court meeting to be held at a newly scheduled time and location. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court would like to show their support to Mayor Robert Blythe during his State of the City address and wishes to request a special called fiscal court meeting. And whereas due to the timing and date of this event, the Madison County Fiscal Court requests to cancel the regularly scheduled meeting to be held in the Berea Council Chambers courtroom located at 304 Chestnut Street, Berea, Kentucky, on March 22nd, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. and schedule a special called meeting. And whereas the special call meeting will be held on the same day in the Madison County Fiscal Courtroom located at 101 West Main Street, Richmond, Kentucky at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. And whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court does hereby approve the request to cancel a regularly scheduled meeting set for March 22nd, 2022 and replace it with a special call meeting to be held at the location, date, and time referenced above. Now therefore be it resolved that the Fiscal Court does hereby approve this resolution and authorizes the Judge Executive to execute same on behalf of the county. Do I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2022-38?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Judge, I just think this is something we should do to honor Mayor Blythe in his address to the city, having the same time as our scheduled court meeting is kind of in conflict, so we're going to move our time to make it available to do both. His State of the City address, and then we'll have our court meeting in Richmond at a later time.
Yep.
Good idea.
Yep, it's good. And our meeting will be a special call meeting, so just for everybody, there won't be any way that you can adjust or amend the agenda of any kind. So all the information, we'll have to get it in and get it on the agenda and get it sent out. So there won't be any changing of that agenda since it is a special call meeting, just for y'all's information. So, which shouldn't be a problem. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Bucking.
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Next, Resolution 2022-39, a resolution for the appointment of the Madison County Fiscal Court to the Madison County Board of Adjustments. Whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court is responsible for the appointment of Madison County Board of Adjustments members, and whereas the Madison County Board of Adjustments has a vacant board member position, and whereas the Madison County Fiscal Court has found Keith Park as fit for the position as Board of Adjustments member. Now therefore be it resolved that the Fiscal Court does hereby approve Keith Park as a Madison County Board of Adjustments member. Do I have a motion and a second to approve 2022-39?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is filling someone else's term, so this appointment actually will expire on June the 20th of 2022, and at that time, I would bring it back to the court for, I'm sure, a reappointment of that member, so just as a FYI. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Bodkin,
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Burger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. All right, just for everybody's knowledge, Resolution 2022-40, the Madison County Detention Center Contractual Medical Services Agreement will be on our next meeting. We can't act on that today. Next, personnel, golf. Gary.
Morning.
Good morning, buddy.
I'd like to get your approval this morning to hire Darrell Northern as a seasonal grounds crew employee at $11.25 an hour, starting March 16th. He's a returning seasonal grounds crew employee.
Can you pronounce that last name again, please?
Darrell Northern.
Northern, okay.
I'm from New York, you know.
I'll let you say that. All right, do I have a motion and a second upon Gary's recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Burger.
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Bodkin.
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Does this get us close?
I'm sorry?
Do we still have some more positions to
Yes,
fill
we
for our
do.
seasonal?
Yes, all on the grounds crew.
All on the grounds crew still, okay. Thank you, Gary. Next, fire department. Chief.
Good morning.
Morning.
Today I've got a promotion for Corey Evans from a firefighter 3 to a firefighter 4, from $9.74 to $10.74 an hour on 3/16 of 2022. Corey's got his state instructor, so he can teach now, so that's the reason he's brought to court today.
That's good. Very good. All right, upon chief's recommendation, do I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
All right. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Master Burger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Bodkin.
Yes.
Master Robbins,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes.
The second one I have is Cordell Bryce Markham, from part-time firefighter to full-time firefighter at $8.74 an hour, effective on 3/16/2022.
That's good. Upon chief's recommendation for Bryce Markham, do I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
All right. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Master Bodkin.
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Burger.
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, got a few announcements today that I'd like to take a minute just to let people know. First, I want to congratulate Madison Southern High School's basketball teams, the girls and boys. They represented Madison County well, not only in the district, but also in the region tournament. I was very proud of them. The boys got to host their first game of the region, which was very proud of them, and we got to go to the Nest. You know, of course, the basketball gym's called the Nest, so it was a lot of fun, very exciting game, and very proud of those guys and girls. Whitehall Park Lake was stocked with 1,200 catfish on Monday, March the 7th. This was our first of 4 catfish stockings for 2022. That is an amazing park, a lot of use from our community. Madison County citizens use that a lot, and it's great to go out there and walk and just see the families fishing together out there and utilizing that park. There will be an informational parent-student seminar on dangers of vaping on Thursday, March the 17th from 6 until 7 p.m. at the Madison Middle School. Please call 859-387-4234 to register if you're interested. There will be many road projects starting soon. We'll be blacktopping some of our county roadways, so please give our road workers plenty of space and just be paying attention, drive a little slower in those construction areas to keep our hard-working road crews safe. Madison County continues to have plenty of job openings, so please visit our Madison County, Kentucky MadisonCountyKentucky.us website for a list of positions and for more details. You can also reach out to our office, to our HR department as well. Just a reminder, and it's good to have Chief here today, that this is spring fire season. It is upon us right now and runs through April the 30th. Burning should be done between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Fire should not be within 150 feet of any woodland or brushland. We ask all Madison Countyans who are planning a controlled burn to please notify the Madison County non-emergency 911 line at 624-4776. And we do encourage you to please use that number to call, because a lot of times when somebody sees smoke, they call 911. A citizen will call 911. Then 911, if it's not on that list of a, what do they call it, Chief? A controlled burn, then they'll call out fire departments, whether that be the city fire department or county fire department, and it makes them have to go look for and there's no emergency. And sometimes that can take us actually away from an actual emergency. So please call that non-emergency line. Have we had any fires yet, brush fires or anything yet?
We've had 6 or 8 so far the last month.
And is it from people burning brush and not doing it in the right time frames? Come on up, Chief. Yeah, give us an update on that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You know I'll put you on the spot sometimes, so you're always prepared, I know.
What the main reason we're under that in the spring and fall of the year is all the grass and leaf litter from the winter time. It's dead. It's all dead vegetation. There's nothing in that. And, you know, as soon as the sun comes out and by 10 o'clock of the morning, it may have water standing on the ground, but that grass is dried out. And if you're burning anything, it blows over. And that's what we've had 2 or 3 major so far in the last month, that somebody was just burning some leaves or something there around their house, some limbs, cleaning up. Next thing you know, it's got the neighbor's field on fire.
Yeah.
So it spreads real rapidly, and that's the whole idea of the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's got the moisture comes back into everything of the night as the humidity starts to come back up, and that keeps it where you can control it. But call that number if you're going to do any burning, and also you can call the fire department. We can take that information also and transfer it over to 911 dispatch. Either or, and don't be afraid to call.
Okay. Will you give out the numbers, Chief?
Yeah, it's 859-624-4776 is 911's non-emergency number, or you can call the station at 859-624-4774 or 4733.
All right. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And then also, last but not least, don't forget to spring forward 1 hour for daylight savings time on Saturday evening, March 12th. So that's this coming Saturday. So next is comments from magistrates. Tom, we'll start with you today.
Just a couple things, Judge. I wanted just to remind everybody that out at the Battlefield Visitor Centers, that there's a program going out over there right now where you can just take a lifesavers over there. It's a lifesaver project, and donate those, and they'll send those to troops overseas. I would recommend that while you're doing that, go ahead and put a card in there and just thank those people. You know, they're a long way from home, away from their families, and of course, everything's going on in the world now. They need all the support they can get, and so that's a good project.
And you were the recipient of some of those type programs,
I have been the
Tom.
recipient of that. You know, and Judge, for years after that, not just that in that one event in that time when I was in those war zones, but for years after that, I corresponded with some of those people and kept in touch with them, and it was just, you know, it was just a friendship that developed and lasted for a long time, just from that one little simple thing. So, you would be surprised how much your lifesavers and your cards mean to those folks. The other thing that I just wanted to address just a little bit, Judge, I've been getting a couple calls here lately about Skyline Drive. Years ago, I'm talking a couple years ago, I had many discussions with with Mr. Robert Helton when he was still alive on the BP station over there on Skyline Drive in 25 about that intersection. It's a very dangerous intersection. It always has been a dangerous intersection. And, you know, now I'm getting additional calls on that simply because there's now 200 houses in behind that intersection. And so it's a very bad place. And, you know, I've addressed this to up the food chain many times to our state representatives, and I've even talked to Senator Carpenter about it a time or two. And so I'm going to be doing a memo on this and sending it to the Bluegrass ad and requesting their assistance in, you know, evaluating that. They can pull normally when something like that happens, I go to the sheriff and I ask him for the crash data there, and he provides that to me. But they can pull that same crash data just as easy as I can, and the sheriff can. And so I'm going to request that they pull the crash data on that and review that. You know, part of the complication with that is simply because of the road expansion out to the 421 split. So, you know, they put a turning lane in there, you know, then the issue of whether or not a stoplight's going to be needed, well, that's, you know, that'll be the state to decide that. But I'm going to request that. And the last thing I had, just should anybody need me for anything, they can reach me at 200-9765.
Thank you, buddy. John?
Judge, I just want to remind everybody again about the Empty Bowls project for the Hunger Awareness Month at First Baptist Church. It's $12 and you get a pottery bowl. And it's a good benefit for the hunger awareness, the people that are in need of something that don't have food right this time of year. And it's March the 25th at First Baptist Church. The Bluegrass ad did a wonderful job, I think, dotting all the I's and crossing the T's this morning, and all the resolutions we passed to make sure that we procure the funds for the distribution center out there on 4 Mile. I think there's nothing left unturned on that resolution, so maybe they can move forward with that. Appreciate them working with that on us. Just want to remind everybody there is inclement weather predicted for this weekend, so you never know what you're going to get in March. We may get some snow, so if you're out on the roads, just be careful. And I've got a couple of roads that are going to be blacktopped in the near future. It's Cruise Lane and Griggs Road, so that's all I've got there.
Thanks, buddy. Raj?
Well, I'm gonna pick on the chief that's sitting out there today. He's already been up a few times. Well, I won't let him get up this time, but I've known Tim's family longer than I've known him. And when they take a job, they do it right. And that's just exactly what Tim does. Just last week, I had a gentleman in my district call me, wanted to burn a barn because it was falling in. And I told him, I said, I'll call the chief. And they got together, and Tim told him, you know, what he can and can't do and what he needs to do. And the guy was tickled to death, you know, for somebody's advice, you know. So that's what it's all about. But Tim's been with us before and retired on us, and I think the judge held a gun to his head and told him he had to come back. But anyway, I'm glad he did. He's top notch. That's all I got to say about him. Thank you. That's all I got.
Thanks, Raj. Ben?
Yeah, good stuff. A couple quick comments. I wanted to thank Representative Bodkin for working with us on the bridge there on East Barker Lane. It's nice to have cooperation. It's also, you know, there is maybe a perception that there's not, but I can tell you in reality that we do all work together as one team. Also like to thank, you know, Scott and his crew for what they do, as well as our folks at fire and the sheriff's department for what they do as well. I think that you know, also in looking at, you know, the various agreements that we have with other jails and the transportation that has to be involved with, you know, taking inmates all over the place, it comes with a price tag. And as I mentioned, you know, on my first day of the court, that you know, we do have some challenges and we do have some headwinds, and I think that is one of them. And I don't know how long we can continue as a county to pay, you know, roughly on average, as Glenna said, about $120,000 a month to house inmates other than in the Madison County Jail. I know it's a problem. I know that we can't solve it today, or we can solve, or that we can potentially solve it next week, but it's something that we obviously need to think about down the road. Also, I wanted to thank the folks, in District 1 for, reaching out to me with, it's amazing. I was in public service on the Berea City Council back in the 90s, and I would receive, a few phone calls here and there. But now, with the expansion of various social medias, and whether it's Facebook or phone or email or whatever the case may be, I mean, we as a, fiscal court are very accessible. And I appreciate those folks reaching out to me about whether it's culverts that are clogged up that have issues, and whether it's potentially putting some gravel down here or there for, bus turnarounds on county roads. And even had one particular person in the district that reached out to me about, some tree limbs and trees that had fallen on some lines down on Big Hill Road. They were windstreams, and I hope that Windstream did the right thing and went out there and cleaned those up. But I appreciate all the emails, phone calls, and what have you, and I will continue, and I'm sure everybody else on this court will as well, be receptive to the needs of those of the county. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome.
Comments from department heads? Anybody need to address the court today? Oh, Kenny.
Yep.
Sorry, I left out my elected colleagues.
Well, you almost did. I wasn't gonna let you.
Oh.
We are, May 17th is primary coming up for all the county-wides and the cities and city of Richmond. And we are short precinct officers again. This is gonna be a very different election. We've adopted a lot of the improvements from 2020. We're gonna need less precinct officers, but we're still short. So if anybody's interested in working early voting or election day voting, they can go on the state website, govoteky.com. They can call our office, 624-4703, or they can go to our website, MadisonCountyClerk.us. I always want to put KY in there. MadisonCountyClerk.us. Any one of those, you can fill out a form, or like I say, call us, we can get you set up. But we really need Democrats. We have to have a party parity in every location. And we're short Democrats for this cycle coming up.
Okay.
Kenny, can you explain, are we gonna have regional voting instead of precincts?
We are going to have polling locations that are, anybody that lives in the county can go to any location. We won't have specific precincts this time, like we did in same thing we did in 2020.
Have you got those regional sites?
We do have them. We've gotten them approved by state board. That's why they have to be approved at their monthly meetings. That happened just the beginning of the month. We've had a couple of shifts in them from one place to another, and I'll be bringing that to court probably next court meeting and go over that a little more. But we're already advertising that on Facebook. It's already on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and we're getting it on our website and that kind of thing right now.
Appreciate you.
Sure.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, Kenny. Sheriff?
Yes, I would like to just address the court for a short period here. And, we had a tragedy on the 22nd of February. Mr. Morgan, Wesley Morgan, the tragedy that took place there. But on March the 1st, I like to brag on my deputies. I like to brag on my staff anytime and every time I can. But I also want to brag on this court. In the past few years, you all have worked together with us to provide a good law enforcement here for the county, as well as public safety. That's been a priority, where it's drugs, what it is, or whatever it may be in the field of law enforcement. We work very good with our county attorney, and I'm just proud of what we have. But on March the 1st, we have a 24/7 patrol, day, second shift, and third shift. This event took place on the 22nd of February. Shannon Gilday had been on the run for 8 days. I don't know about you all, but my blinds, everything, I just didn't know who was going to appear. I think it made everybody nervous in Madison County. But the point I'm making if it hadn't been for this court giving us the money through the years to let us grow, at 4 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Gilday was apprehended once he left Madison County, and then came back to carry out his means that he wanted to get back at that location. Our single deputy on patrol saw a description of a man dressed in dark clothing, took the initiative to check him out, make a stop, apprehended him, captured him, and took him straight to the Kentucky State Police Post. You know, like I said, we all work as a team. No telling what would have happened if he hadn't been apprehended at that point in time. But it takes all of us working together, and I just wanted to bring that up and commend our deputy that captured him that night or that morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that just goes to show you the work ethic that each one of our people have. I know John just mentioned something to me there, but you know, we try. There's just not enough of us to be everywhere we need to be. But I think this event here shows that you know, law enforcement in Madison County is a top priority. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Mike, in no way was I putting down your all's deputies or the time that you all spend out there
I know that.
patrolling. I was just informing you of a request I had that
I
a
know that.
little more patrol needed in a certain area, and each time I do that, you always fulfill the need.
And we'll
that
take care
I
of it
have.
this time.
Y'all do a great job, and I appreciate you, Mike.
Counselor, you good? All right, now comments from department heads. Don't y'all get up at once. All right, everybody good? Thank y'all for being here. Comments from the audience? Anybody today need to address the court? All right, seeing none, I need a motion to pay the claims and approve the transfers.
So moved.
Have a second? I got a second. Any discussion about the claims and transfers? Seeing none, call the roll.
Master Buckin,
Yes.
Master Robinson,
Yes.
Master Barger,
Yes.
Master Tudor,
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes. Our next meeting is going to be March the 22nd, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. And that will be a special call meeting on March 22nd, 2022, 10:30 a.m. And that will be at the Madison County Fiscal Courtroom at the Madison County Courthouse there in Richmond on 101 West Main Street. Need a motion and a second to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Master Robinson? Yes. Master Barger?
Yes.
Master Tudor?
Yes.
Master Buckin?
Yes.
Judge Taylor.
Yes.